Back at it here, fall camp continuing on, and now joined by new offensive line coach, Brian Natkin. Coach, good to have you in Huntsville, man.
Appreciate it. Good to be here.
It's been a good fall camp so far. A lot of things happening. You're new to the program, and a lot of professional experience that you bring to the table. What's that journey been like for you, just coming here to Huntsville and being a part of this great program, Coach?
Coming here to Huntsville, I've always known about the tradition and the culture that Sam Houston has, and then being around it firsthand, you see how hard our guys work and what great people our coaches and players are, and it's really a special place.
It's a really unique opportunity for someone such as yourself, being at that professional level, playing at the professional level, coaching there, and then being here and seeing this transition from FCS to FBS. Now, what are some of the things that you really feel you're bringing to the table to help this team?
I want to bring my experience. I've been coaching for 20 years. I enjoy what I do. I love coaching football. I love helping shape these guys out here, and that's what I bring to the table. I bring a lot of energy and bring just the background of playing football, coaching football, being in the real world, and showing these guys what it's really like.
I was talking to Coach Keeler. We just had our son, and that's why we came back to Huntsville. And I said, hey, Coach, future linebacker. He laughed and said, try offensive linemen. Those guys typically make a little bit more. You know how important that offensive line is. You coach those guys. Just what has the journey been like for this year with this squad coming in? I know you're new to the program. A lot of new faces, too. Maybe highlight some of the newcomers and how things are going so far through these first 2 weeks in camp.
We've got a great mix of veterans that have returned. Some guys redshirted last year. Some guys played last year. We got a couple young guys that played last year. We've got some newcomers that you're going to see. We've got Grayson and Mark Kendrick, Will McCollum. These are all new guys. And then all our freshmen, they're all working hard and learning what it takes to be an FBS offensive lineman.
And you think how important it is to protect that quarterback, to give holes for the running back. Maybe who's been kind of that vocal leader that's starting to emerge from the pack early on this season?
We got two real good leaders. We've got a couple by example, but, Ethan Hagler, he's played a lot of football here. He's our center. He's a special guy. He comes out to work every day. And then Diari Patton, who to me, is one of the grimiest, which in our world is a compliment.
Yeah.
He goes to work. He's physical. Doesn't always look pretty, but he is, he's a leader by example, and he's not afraid to speak up when it's time.
Scrimmage last week, another one coming up on Saturday, BYU, right around the corner. I mean, here we are. I can't believe the season is about to get going. What have you been most impressed with? I know you've talked about the chemistry and just how these guys have came together, but maybe what's that one thing that you've really been impressed with this group this year so far?
They come out to work every day. You don't hear complaining. You don't hear any of that stuff. They want to get better. They want to play physical, and that's what's going to be required of them.
So you just answered the next question I was going to ask. Maybe there's a young person out there that says, you know what, I'm an offensive lineman right now in high school. I want to play at Sam Houston. You just answered the question. I was going to ask, what does that young man have to do?
You got to be physical, period.
That's it, just in a nutshell. Looking ahead, don't want to get too much into it, obviously. Still got some fall camp to wrap up here, but maybe what's the most excitement looking into this BYU game? It's a big opportunity for this university to be on that national spotlight now, but more importantly, just for these guys to continue to grow and develop. What are you looking forward to most?
I'm looking forward to going up there and, seeing where we match up. There's a lot of unknown. I haven't been to a game with these guys yet, so seeing what their demeanor's like game day, how they prepare, what their communication on the sideline, all that stuff's important. Football is football. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where you're playing. We're going up to BYU, and it's going to be a challenge. Every week's going to be a challenge for us.
Well, Coach Natkin, excited to have you here. Your experience is bar none, and just excited about this season, and most importantly, having great guys on staff such as yourself now, and eat 'em up, Cats.
Eat 'em up, Cats. Appreciate you.
That'll wrap it up here again. Rob Hipp for Behind the Bearkats on SHN Sports. We'll have more coverage. Stay locked in as we'll bring you all things Bearkats.